Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Must Be Catchy podcast. I'm your host, Trevor Monreal. We're here with our other two hosts. One of them at Omnidystrophic, or Alex. How are you doing today, Alex?
Oh, well, feeling kind of bad. Must have ate something a little off last night, so I'm struggling.
This stinks. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. How are you doing today, John?
Doing very well. Actually, new name change. No longer hi.
New name change? Yes, what's your new name change on Twitch?
My name is now Double JR. That is my name now.
Much better.
Yeah.
In case you guys are curious, his old name on Twitch that he had for years was hi with 6 U's and 6 H's.
6 H's _ hi.
Wow. So wait, your name is Double JR. Now, is that 2 J's and an R, or is it JR twice?
This is my favorite thing to tell people, dude. Holy shit. So, my name is, I'm just going to tell my full name. I don't give a fuck. John Jefferson Richards Jr. Whoa. So, my dad goes by JR. So, my initials are JJR. I'm JR Jr. It's just cool as fuck. So, Double JR. It's got several meanings. It's my fucking
I can feel that.
Wow,
well, his name is actually spelled out double because that answers the actual question you're asking. He spells out double, then JR after. Because JR was taken on Twitch already.
I wanted it to be JR, and it like be kind of like.
But that's the name of a band.
Is it?
JR? Yeah.
Oh, really?
The band. It was their original name was Dale Earnhardt Jr., but then Dale Earnhardt like Jr.'s like people sued them, so they just changed their name to JR.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're up there in Detroit. They're an indie pop band.
Indie pop, yeah, they're pretty good. You know, they're not my favorite.
I like M83.
Well, see, I was
me too.
Going to do that for my name, but then like someone had that on Twitch, so I was like, this is stupid. But I didn't want hi anymore, so I was like, I guess I'll just spell double, and it worked out. So Double JR.
Improved.
Very cool. We also have returning guest Cheezer 10,000. How you doing today, Cheezer?
Doing good. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, I feel you. I've been watching a lot of your Twitch streams lately. He's a very good content creator.
Thank you.
We have two new guests today. We have one Courier. How are you doing today, man?
Pretty well. As Trevor implied, my name is actually Courier. That's my middle name, so I go by it. It's native. I'm a Native American. But my real name is actually James, so whichever works for you. Courier James.
I'll call you JC.
You what do you normally stream on Twitch, or what do you mainly do?
Mostly, like, I'm just a solo player queuer. I usually do either League of Legends or Rainbow Six Siege on my PlayStation. It's one of the two. I haven't really been into streaming. That's only like my brother's thing. They're Twitch streamers. I'm not down that road yet.
I feel him.
All right. And well, it's a pretty fun road to go down.
It's a blast.
We also have another new guest, like I said, Shushi. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm pretty good. You can find me at twitch.tv/ShushyLives, LIVES. And yeah, I'm extremely new to streaming. Basically, I did comedy for a decade. I did stand-up comedy, and made some really cool friends. And I performed with some pretty cool people. But then I just got tired of it. I think last summer was really where I just realized, I don't know, I didn't have the time. I got a pretty good $45K a year job working in the travel industry. And then between the job and stand up, I had to choose one, and I chose the one that was paying me, that I could have a nice solid life. And then in March, the travel industry went away.
Mm-hmm. And, I was about to say.
So now I am unemployed, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I am going to stream video games because that is all I've been doing for the last 6 friggin' months.
Yeah, and I bet comedy's not too hot right now either. So, live comedy.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, I mean comedy, but it's a good death. I think it's because the people that deserve to have careers at the end of this will still have careers,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of the people that just doing stand-up comedy, doing open mic comedy for a decade, you just see people stick around that need to quit. Like, just like, why are you still doing comedy? Like, you are not funny, you know? Like die, you know? And so
Just
like,
die for it.
I would literally have people like reach out to me like, man, you quit comedy? Like, you're hilarious, man. And I'm like, you should quit too.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm funnier than you, and I quit. You should quit. Like,
Together, we could be buddies and quitting.
we could be buddies and not taking away stage time from like people who are actually talented. You know?
Yeah, that's funny.
We can leave it to the professionals.
Yeah. Like,
Professional quitting.
But like my favorite thing to do while doing stand up was host. And from hosting stand up for a decade, and I never went on like tour, but like I like traveled a lot. Like I live in Boston, but I traveled, I would go down to New York and do it. I would do fire hall gigs for just like in Trump country, in like Pennsylvania and stuff. And like, and when you do that, because like where I perform in Boston was, a lot of it was very Cambridgey, very, very liberal, very kind of uptight, but it's a different crowd when you're in front of like these motherfuckers that just want to laugh, and they don't want your politics in with it, And
Oh yeah. Yeah.
but and so I got pretty solid, like if I'm like eating a massive dick on stage, right? Like learning how to like kind of identify moments, maybe somebody says something, maybe somebody has a look, and how can I make a joke about that? And I feel like that transfers very well to me just playing random video games.
Yeah.
And just bitching about them or quipping.
Oh yeah, for sure. The larger your audience it gets on Twitch too, then like the more you can play off them too.
Oh, for sure. And it's a slow build.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been streaming now?
A couple weeks.
Ooh.
Nice.
How, and like, do you mind if I ask like how affiliateship's looking?
So I've hit every goal. I've been hustling to try to get followers. The only goal that I haven't hit is like kind of the average,
The viewer count.
The average viewer count. But I figure, you know what? I'm not gonna like try to cheese that or anything. I'm gonna just let that grow naturally. Because I still think I'm like figuring out my brand. Like I play a lot of Smash. Like I'm obsessed with Smash Bros. I know that's not like the biggest audience.
I'll kick your ass in Smash. I'm just saying, right here. I'm challenging.
Okay.
I'll kick your ass.
Okay, we don't
You
have
probably will. I'm not amazing at Smash. I'm decent at Smash.
I was rank 10 of my local PR of Panama City Smash scene.
Oh my god.
Summer 2019.
That's
Hell yeah,
incredible.
Who do you main?
Back then it was Palu. Right now I'm messing with Mario.
Interesting. My main. Here's the thing. I don't even like the fact that he's my main, but he's just who I'm best with. Bowser.
Oh yeah.
Hey, fellow heavy main, dude.
Yeah,
Hey,
I respect heavy mains.
Yeah,
and then my other main is K. Rule. So yeah, I got the double. Just guys that
K-Rule's
kind of that I could. Dudes that I could conceivably cosplay as. It's like K. Rule. It's like me and K. Rule have the same stomach. So.
Yeah. Do you have an iron gut, dude? From all the sit-ups, I know you do.
Yeah, all the sit-ups. That's what.
Dude, he has an iron gut. I'm just saying, like.
I've actually been doing sit-ups this whole time. Just been holding the laptop as.
Oh yeah.
You have really good stabilization. Balance of that laptop. Let me just say.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I got it.
Hey, it's Skill. He's been doing it for a long time. All right. That's
of course.
Skill is.
Okay. Yeah. We should move on to the first topic. We can start with something light because everyone's favorite streamer Shroud came back to Twitch this week. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. One thing I immediately want to talk about is do you think Twitch actually paid him millions of dollars to be exclusive again? So what I'm basically asking is, because they said he got at least $10 million to move to Mixer, and he got to keep all that money even though Mixer shut down. So basically he got paid $10 million to stream on Mixer for 6 months. Then YouTube wanted him too. So there's a good chance, and this is what I'm asking you guys if you think this happened, do you think that he got paid millions of dollars to even go back to Twitch when he was probably going to come here anyways?
So I haven't been following this at all. I didn't even know who Shroud was before you said his name earlier.
Really?
Does anybody want to give me, just in case anybody else watching the podcast?
I can
So Shroud.
I'd like a brief history.
Yeah.
So Shroud started off as a professional CS:GO player. I don't know if he played CS Source. Or actually, he was more CS Source. But he's been a professional CS player for most of his gaming career. And at some point during the CS:GO around then, when he was in part of C9, I believe, he was like, you know what? People new talents coming in. I'm not playing as well. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to pursue this career streaming. And he popped the fuck off with battle royale games like PUBG and stuff. Now I say popped off, I mean 10K Andy immediately. And everyone was following him, subscribing to him, and he became the biggest name on Twitch during the blow up of battle royale games.
Yeah, he was the ninja of Twitch right before Ninja came.
Yeah, so before Fortnite came and Ninja came with Fortnite, Shroud came with PUBG.
Yeah, he was huge.
Yeah, so he was the before Ninja, and then Ninja blew apart it because Fortnite blew apart it.
And
PUBG, and Drake, and because of that. So Shroud blew the fuck up on Twitch, and then it was Shroud versus Ninja for a long time. But eventually, Shroud was bought by Mixer to exclusively stream on their
along
platform.
with Ninja. They both were paid. Shroud was paid over $10 million, and Ninja was paid over $30 million to switch platforms. From
so much money, dude.
Yeah.
They both
how long was Mixer active? Because it wasn't that long, right?
They got paid that much. They got paid that much money for 6 months worth of work. So so they were 6 months.
Yeah, so Mixer buying them, they left their luxurious, lucrative streaming on Twitch.
Yeah, they both were over 30,000 viewers on Twitch, and when they switched back, they were topping out 4,000 on Mixer every day.
Yeah, no one really followed them to Mixer. They literally just chased the money Mixer gave them.
Yeah, but now they're both back on
Twitch. But now that Mixer is now defunct, they're back to Twitch, and they now are blowing the fuck up again. And apparently, Shroud got over 400,000 viewers on his return.
No, 500,000. He got
500,000.
Yeah, that was the news. That was what the news was on.
Mm-hmm. Good for him. Do we really know? What do we know? What happened with Mixer? Why did they just collapse so suddenly?
I'm not sure. They probably spent so much money on
streamers.
Yeah, so much streamers, and
they
Microsoft
lost. Changed their mission statement, and they decided to cut them and a couple other companies from their roster and make them defunct. They're trying to focus more on their Azure platform. Their their servers, and trying to get that up.
It's definitely important to know that Mixer was owned by Microsoft. That's how they had all that money.
Yeah, that's where that money came from.
They ended up merging. Yeah. They ended up merging Mixer with Facebook Gaming, then getting rid of Mixer and in lieu of Facebook Gaming.
Yeah, so I guess
they merged all that money though.
Yeah, they basically made a gamble to bring big name streamers over to their platform, expecting viewership to follow, and it didn't. So they're I guess this is now not that good of a expense, and they got rid of Mixer.
Man, but I feel like they didn't give it enough time to let it actually naturally grow.
No, they weren't going to beat Twitch. Is the thing. They were never going to beat Twitch.
I mean, Twitch kind of just has that monopoly on streaming.
Yeah, YouTube gaming serves a different audience. Facebook gaming deserves a different audience. Mixer was trying to fight the same audience and steal that. Twitch had. They were never going to beat Twitch. The other streaming services fit different niches.
Yeah. What was important to notice, which was really doomed for them, is that the streaming market grew substantially, and they're still, after buying off Ninja and Shroud, lost significant market share to Twitch. They were even after that, they were in the downward slide compared to Twitch.
Well, sucks to be them.
Yeah.
So now they don't exist anymore. We have Ninja back. We have Shroud back. We used to have.
We don't technically have Ninja back. He's been streaming on Twitch, but he's not technically back. Yeah, last time I checked, he's not even an affiliate, even though he had over 1,000 viewers. Yeah, so I think that's why I wanted to bring this up in particular is that because it's clear that Ninja is at least playing hard to get with Twitch is playing hard to get with Ninja because they don't seem to be wanting to give him a multi-million-dollar contract. But Shroud's back immediately, and he had like a whole Twitch like intro thing. I guess he could have like paid for somebody to make it himself. But a lot of like streamers, whenever they sign with Twitch, make this whole "I'm signed with Twitch." So like it's just something like I didn't know if anyone had any thoughts. Like maybe they signed Shroud and they're still like mad about Ninja because when Ninja left, they posted a thing. If you went to twitch.tv/Ninja. It said, "Sorry, your princess is in another castle," like calling him a princess, and that like he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they were actively promoting other streamers every time you went to his Twitch stream. So they were really salty when Ninja left. But when Shroud left, they made him a goodbye, like a whole goodbye video, and like with all the memories.
Maybe Ninja was more of a dick about it. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it's Ninja.
Well, Ninja just up and left with no notice at all. He just said, "Oh, Mixer, $25 million plus dollars. Okay, I'll take it and leave."
That's what
Shroud made the slow transition over to Mixer. He didn't just say, "Oh, hey guys, bye," and then, "Oh, okay, cool."
See, that's what I like about Shroud is that for every contract that he had, like with C9 and with Twitch and stuff, like he saw, like he finished it, like he left on good terms every time. It wasn't just like fucking yeeting out.
Yeah, he was professional about it.
Do you think that's why that he's probably signed? I personally, I think he got signed to Twitch and he's probably made another like $5 million.
I mean, he could have been signed to Facebook Gaming could have bought him technically.
Facebook
Twitch.
Gaming.
Yeah, Facebook. By the way, Facebook Gaming.
Facebook's got a lot of money.
Facebook Gaming offered them both of their original contracts on Mixer.
Oh yeah, they'll pay you a lot to move the Facebook Gaming, like a load.
He's the type of employee that gives the 2-week notice. You know?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's gonna get the reference. You know.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, you gotta have those good references.
Yeah, man.
And he's back to Twitch. Yeah. So I mean, honestly though, if I was him and I was offered the contract by Facebook Gaming, I still would go back to Twitch and be a partner there. Oh, yeah. Just because I know the viewership. That's where the viewership is, man. Right? So like, they're gonna take care of me. I know that. So.
Okay, so when he came back, he's been not exclusively. He's been mainly streaming Valorant. He's been doing some ad streams too. Which, with how many viewers he has now, I bet he's making bank, dude. I don't even know how much money he's been making right now.
At least 40K.
Do you think a large, say we like uncontextualize it a little bit? Think a large streamer like that sitting on like one category for long? Do you think that's gonna like help Valorant a lot? Like, do you think that that game's gonna explode even harder than it is?
That's what happens with every game almost. It's like
pretty much.
One streamer sticks to it and like
for sure, but
kind of just furthers that game.
A little bit of context, like the biggest streamer that I checked before he left on that category was Hiko for 100 Thieves, and he was under 20K. So like the entire category's largest streamer was under 20,000 normally. So now we have somebody who like is now regularly getting over 100,000 viewers every time he streaming in this one category most of the time. That's a lot different than like what normally happens in the situation, especially because Valorant's been out for almost a year now.
What? Like almost a year?
Yeah, I don't think it. I thought it was like only like 6 or 7 months though.
Yeah, it's only been like 6 months, but
Valorant was in March, right?
Since the
yeah.
Well, you get the point. We're clearly past the honeymoon. We're past the honeymoon phase of Valorant.
Now, was it his choice to just exclusively stream Valorant, or
that's a good question. I don't know. Maybe he could have gotten.
Right. Probably endorsed him.
To just,
No, I think he just digs Valorant, man. Because like it's kind of like CS:GO, but it's new to him, and he's got tired of CS and he likes shooters. I think he's just digging Valorant.
Well, I mean, like Valorant just kind of like fits that shoes of just like one. I think Riot Games is a good company, no matter how many people say it's not. Like League of Legends, for how long it's gone, it's a good game. I like it, and it might make me rage at some points. But Riot just makes those games that just like you want to continue playing, even if you get mad at some points. It's like it's still new to you because they add a lot of stuff. They're not like some companies where they're like, okay, here's the product, we're not adding anything more. Or Riot, they just keep adding on to it and they make it better. That's why I like Riot personally.
Yeah, I like Riot Games. The only thing I don't like about Riot Games is the whole Tencent connection. But if you totally push that out of your mind that they're like completely owned by like the Chinese government, then it's pretty solid. You know, I just don't think about that anymore. So,
I mean, that's the only way you get the game in China, unluckily.
Well, yeah, but they completely sold out. Like it's 100% owned by.
I sell out. Yeah. I sell out. You kidding me? I sell out too in that situation. I don't care. Give me my money.
The only people who never sold out never had anything to sell. You know what I'm saying?
Like the only people who didn't completely sell out to China, CSGO, they got CSGO into China through Perfect World, so they have a completely separate launcher for them instead of selling the entire IP to them. And they even have 128 tick servers while we're sitting on 64 ticks still.
Yeah. Valorant got the higher tick servers before CSGO even did.
Yeah,
I mean, you should on ECA, duh.
They're transitioning to Source 2 as well. We're still stuck over here on Source 1.
Man,
it's wild. Yeah,
we suck.
We do.
We as in CSGO, not we as in Valorant. Because
CSGO is actually one of the most tragic occurrences I've ever witnessed.
Well, CSGO still gets regular content updates. Valve has hopped off their bullshit where they don't respond to the community at all and just disappear for months at a time and then release content. They've actually been trying to make a conscious effort to talk to the community and see what we want and make changes. So they've been trying. It's just a process because Valve doesn't need to make games anymore.
I know qualifiers for DreamHack just happened.
Yep.
That was pretty cool.
Does anyone have anything in particular they want to talk about Shroud on this topic anymore? Because we can definitely move on.
I don't like his goatee. I said it.
Okay.
I don't even know what he looks like. Let me look up.
He did grow up pretty.
On the screen. I want to roast him.
Okay.
I said it, dude. I don't like his goatee, man.
I'll have to find a picture of New Shroud.
He looks like a generic CS:GO gamer, dude.
He looked a lot. He did look a lot better without the.
True.
He did look a lot better
without the goatee.
Oh look, he's having Shroud now. The first thing that pops up is him with the goatee.
I'm searching Shroud right now.
Yeah, it's like I can give a full screen image for the.
You know, he kind of looks like Shroud. Kind of looks like. Have you guys seen the show Umbrella Academy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he kind of looks like 5 from Umbrella Academy. A little bit. I don't know.
A little bit. If you're really stretching it out.
The first picture on Google image search looked like 5. I saw another one, and his face is way douchier. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I don't know. He's kind of.
I don't like the goatee. Don't like the goatee. I said
it's kind of bad.
Kind of looks smug. But if you're like making millions for playing video games, I guess you would look smug. You'd have a resting smug face.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's a good person. I don't think he's smug. I just think that makes him look like. I don't know. Makes him look like a dad, but he's like way too young to be a dad.
One of the pictures I saw, he's just like this. He's just like.
Yeah, that's the gamer pose. That's the gamer pose. That's what they do. They cross their arms and then stand in their jerseys.
Yeah.
He had like the kind of like the lips, like the no. Like, I'm not getting paid $1 million to be here right now. You know.
I'm only making minimum wage for my fucking professional gaming career.
Yeah. You know, I'm only making $20K. This is really not worth it.
Also, Omni, bless you. I saw that sneeze, so bless you.
Bless you, Alex.
You need that
bless you, Alex.
Tight.
Okay. Next thing we need to talk about. I don't know how in depth this topic can be because we're still waiting on things, but a huge thing that happened that at least reflects us, or if you have a lot of subs, then it will reflect your Twitch Primes, whatever. Is that Slasher previously at the very beginning of the week leaked that they're rebranding Twitch Prime to Prime Gaming since Twitch is owned by Amazon, and now it's Prime Gaming, so it's like in line with like Prime Video and Prime, blah blah blah.
Very cool rebrand.
Yeah, and along with the rebrand, they're announcing that if you have a Twitch Prime, their membership. They're going to add a bunch of different games you can get for free. So kind of like Epic
I've been getting those this whole time.
Yeah, but they're adding like a whole collection to make it in line with the they're basically like going to add more of their catalog. It's not going to be insane, but it's going to be like just a little bit more games. Like I said, we don't know all the details yet because they still haven't like completed the whole transition, but apparently you're going to get more games for free if you have Twitch Prime. That's all I know.
It's supposed to be higher quality games, less indie games, and less retro games, from what I heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're basically making like a bigger effort on their part. And plus, you're not supposed to say Twitch Prime anymore. You're supposed to probably say, thank you for the Prime Gaming subscription. But no one's
Can I just say Prime Sub?
Yeah, that would work. Prime Sub, technically.
Now, do you get Prime Gaming just automatically if you pay for Amazon Prime?
Yeah, and
you have Amazon Prime and you have that Twitch account, you get Twitch Prime.
Then you get free Twitch subs if you have that too.
So I've been using my buddies. Amazon Prime account. Like I'm too cheap to get a Prime account for myself.
It's expensive. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Can I just?
Yeah, you can hook your Twitch account to his.
You can use his Amazon account on your Twitch account, and then get free games without even paying for your Amazon
and free subs.
Yeah, and you get one free sub a month.
Free sub.
I get mine
to the queen of your desire. You know.
Yeah,
maybe they'll notice you.
That's good to know, because that's what I was wondering, but I've been too lazy to look into it.
Yeah,
you actually get a lot of like free stuff for it. It's actually crazy.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the two things we can talk about here. Do you think we as Twitch streamers are going to like particularly notice the rebrand or whatever? Should we even really care about the rebrand as like Twitch streamers, or maybe it's just like a more of a consumer facing thing? Then I have something else to talk about, but that's what we're
it's just aesthetics. It's not going to change how anything works, really.
Yeah, it's just normalized. It's just a company just changing some things. It's not going to be too bad.
I don't think it's anything to worry about at all.
Yeah.
And if it does become something to worry about, it's going to be a very Omega Maka S. So Maka Omega.
I mean, I just think like the world's gonna end in 6 months. So yeah, whatever.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's all democracy is gonna just come crumbling down. So whatever.
Guys, remember to vote in November, okay?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Did I make it real?
No.
Did I just feel like I thought that would be like a pretty solid joke, but I feel like you guys are all like, yeah.
Every time I think about the election, I don't want to talk about politics too much yet, but every time I think about the election, I remember the night when I came home from work, and then my girlfriend was standing there, and she's like, "Yeah, Donald Trump is projected to win." I'm like, "Oh,
I voted for him.
Oh yeah, no, that was like what? Like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, it wasn't a shock to me at all. Like my parents and my dad, they were like, "Oh, he's just a distraction. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." And I was like, "Hey, he's in the primaries. Hey, he's on the stage. Hey, he's leading in the polls." It's like, come on, man. You know.
I was so confident he was gonna get destroyed, dude. I was looking at
we all were.
It was
I saw it from a mile away.
It was the math. Everyone was talking about like culturally how it was probably gonna happen, but from the math, everyone was like convincing me like mathematically he stood no chance. That's why I kept like being convinced. You know what I mean? I kept seeing all these fucking like, not even like, but the polls like no like literal like math, whatever.
No, this November there's a massive question mark. Have no idea.
Did you guys ever see that that SNL sketch that Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock did?
Yeah, right after it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're surprised? Yeah, that's
where all the white liberals are like, I can't believe that this would happen in America. They're like, what?
Yeah.
You know?
This is the worst thing that America has ever done.
And they're yeah, it was amazing. Yeah.
No, yeah, Dave Chappelle did really good, guys. Yeah, because Dave Chappelle had to go on SNL like immediately after. Well, not immediately after. I think it was like a day or 2 days after the election.
It was like the election happened on Tuesday. He hosted that Saturday.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it was opening bits. It was like, well, I'll be honest with you, I was not expecting this, and it was funny.
Yeah, man. Oh, he's incredible. I mean,
Dave Chappelle's just a classic. Dave Chappelle's just a classic, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I even love. Here's the thing, like his latest special has a 25% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Critics.
Have you? Yeah, the critics suck. Have you seen Sticks and Stones? Have you seen his latest special?
Wait, which one is that? I'm pretty sure I saw it. Every Dave Chappelle thing I've loved. Is that the one that like I don't want to.
Like late last year.
Yeah, I don't want to get too Monka TOS, but the thing that really like pissed off critics and stuff, or was that he did like that LGBTQ analogy? Is that the one that's in it? Okay, yeah, I saw that one. I like that one. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But I think that really pissed a lot of people off.
It pissed a lot of people off, but I think that as somebody who, like I said, my background is in comedy. I did stand-up comedy for a decade. I used to classify myself when I did comedy that like as a human being I am politically liberal, but as a comedian I am like Christian conservative. In the sense that, like, I think that, like, these, like, the comedians that do it, and the comedians that are great, have a responsibility to push the envelope, you know?
Yeah, you have to piss an entire group of people off to make people laugh.
Exactly.
Yeah,
George Carlin.
Yeah, I mean, you do have to. I mean, I wouldn't say that like your goal is to piss people. I think that speaking out and speaking your mind is just inevitably going to piss people off. You know, and I think it's so important that, you know, like, and you always got to push, kind of against where the culture is going. And right now, where the culture is going is in that direction. So naturally, there is going to be some but even, I don't know, if you actually listen to his jokes, for the most part, I think they're fine. Like, I mean, obviously I'm a straight white male, so like, you know, fuck my opinion, right? But you know, I don't matter. But
It's
you
like
know, I don't
four of the
think,
five of us, or six
you
of
know,
us.
yeah, exactly. But I don't think like he has hate in the, you know, there's a difference between like, do you guys know who Nick DiPaolo is?
Yes.
Nick DiPaolo is actually, I actually had kind of Twitter beef with him like a couple of years ago, back when I was, because I posted a joke about him that he really didn't like, and he like literally had his manager like talking to local Boston headliners. Like, I had local Boston headliners reaching out to me, trying to put like the pressure on me, like, hey man, you're really gonna want to take that joke off Twitter, man.
Oh my god, was he actually trying to like blackball you
like,
almost?
yeah, like literally like trying to blackball me. And that was part of it, where it's like, dude, I don't even want to deal. Like, it's so fucking incestuous and insane, like this industry, you know, and like the local people. I just, because I'm a loudmouth, so I pissed off way too many local people that like I knew I would have to leave Boston to ever like get successful at comedy. And I just can't do that financially. But yeah, Nick DiPaolo though, if you like watch that guy's special, like that dude is like, you know, just a racist. Like, he is just a bigot. He is not funny. He is not intellectual. You know, when he makes a joke about a group of people, it's because he looks down on that group of people. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you know, but if you watch Dave Chappelle's special, he's just trying to analyze it as he sees it. And maybe he doesn't have the full story because he's not fully in that community, but he is just trying to make sense of what he sees as an old man who is rich, you know? And so I respect that. Yeah, anyway, sorry, I just went on a tangent.
No, hey,
be right back. I'm gonna be right back, Trevor. I gotta use the restroom real quick.
You're fine.
Oh, I wanted to stare at his bed when he was gone.
Yeah.
Yes, I get to.
Yeah.
Let's look at that. Let's analyze the print.
Oh, it's going in and out.
Oh, whoa.
Either way, that's
I won't get to see it.
This is a discussion-based podcast. We don't have to like, we don't have like beats to hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And we don't have any like okay, no, please stop. We don't have any sponsors or anything, so we don't have to like stop for sponsors.
Oh, we do have one sponsor, Raid Shadow. No,
it's funny. Like I told you.
Yeah, actually, I want to hear about this.
Because I'm part of the. I got asked to be part of the Tempo Storm community, so I joined Tempo Storm as like a community member or whatever. I'm not sponsored by Tempo Storm, but one of the things at the beginning of the, I want to say like at the beginning of this month, or maybe it was like at the mid last month. Time frame doesn't matter, but either way, we got offered through Tempo Storm to get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, but it's not worth doing it, obviously, because it's not like they're not giving us a chunk of cash. It's like, okay, so we're gonna get all the people who watch the stream. The first to get money is to download the app on your phone. Then you have to get it to level 30 or something and play it within a week. Then each person who does that and uses your referral code, you get $6. So it's like
my referral code. Oh, it's not. They're not paying for time. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
I mean, that might lead into the avenue of getting paid for time. You know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if
we could just get bigger.
If we had enough viewers who supported the show strong enough to fucking play Raid Shadow Legends enough in a week to reach like a certain level, it's not worth it.
Apparently they're on PC now too. That's weird.
Very pog.
I'd just rather be poor.
Thing ever.
Yeah, I'd rather be.
Than Raid Shadow Legends?
Yeah, I don't know. Then try to play Raid Shadow Legends to get to level 30. How long do you think it takes to play that game enough to get to level 30?
I don't even want to think about it.
Like Dave. But like, you'd rather just stare at the ceiling, just.
but yeah, then early in the month we got another sponsorship opportunity. I didn't look at it though because I didn't have time to discuss it. But either way, but most of them come in the terms of referral codes. It's not even worth exploring.
I mean, do you get is there any kind of penalty for like accepting the sponsorship and then not getting anybody to do that?
No.
There's
no penalty for it.
There's only
incentives and like tiers. You know what I mean? Kind of like a multi-level marketing scheme. The higher and like the better you sell out to other people, then eventually like you reach a.
This is like the video game version of selling Tupperware.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
a little bit.
It's almost not worth my time. Like honestly,
it's like you can make $1 million selling Tupperware. You know, you know. Like,
hey man, my mom loved Tupperware. TBH.
Yeah,
she loves that shit.
Tupperware. My fiance has a whole fucking drawer.
It's like the best quality. It's like the best quality. It's like you'd be surprised how expensive like the good stuff is.
No, it's so funny. Like my mom loved it. My dad hates it. He's like, this fucking Tupperware boxes all throughout our garage. God damn it. It's just so fucking funny the difference and like how he hates it now because of like he's always had to deal with it.
We have another semi-topic on this. We don't have to necessarily wait for him to come back. He can pick up stuff from context maybe when he comes back. I don't want to stall too hard, but there's a big part that because like I said earlier, that Slasher leaked it. If you know who Slasher is, he's like the biggest esports journalist we have. He's also the guy who says he knows what happened in Dr. Disrespect but refuses to leak it. Well, he leaked this Prime document, and it said the problem is when he leaked it, he just actually leaked it. And at the very top of it literally says privileged and confidential, aka he got it from somebody directly working for Amazon or Twitch or whatever. And now people are suddenly having problems with journalists leaking stuff, especially in context of like he refuses to leak Dr. Disrespect news. So I didn't know if you guys had any thoughts about like. And I can actually like maybe I can just post it to you. It just says Pride Gaming brand guidebook for external partners. It says privileged and confidential right at the top. So I don't know if you guys had like any like specific thoughts about this or like the heat. He took a lot of heat surprisingly, and he called them corporate bootlickers for like defending him so hard. I don't know if you guys had any specific thoughts about like journalists leaking stuff like this.
Leaking is interesting. Because it could do serious damage to a company, leaking intellectual property before it's properly released, and then people can just copy you. Or, you can screw up a launch of a character if, like, leaking a Smash character, but those are, like, wrong 99% of the time.
Yeah, so, I mean, I trust zero leaks.
Yeah, but there's leaks that do happen, and usually not at the journalistic level where it's like, oh, blah, 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 X game got leaked. Whenever you get to like government level leaks, that's whenever the real shit and the real consequences and, stuff goes on.
Some stuff deserves to be leaked, because people deserve to know about it and like what's going on.
Yeah.
But like to make that call, it's crazy. Who can make that call? Gaming leaks, though, private confidential leaks, probably not the best thing to leak. And I don't really like it when gaming companies get leaks because they're like, God damn it, dude! It's like I wanna be surprised.
Yeah, so, I'm generally in favor of like government leaks because like I think like that's probably like the best way to like keep these mofos in check, It's like, oh, we have a document that like says all the people you killed. Like that's a good thing to have, right? But in the gaming world, especially like that big Nintendo leak that just came out, it's cool.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. But
I mean, it's super cool, but also like I don't know. I feel like Nintendo. I'm just a Nintendo fanboy. Like I have a Nintendo bias. That's the way when you guys are like talking about like Valorant and all these other games. Like, is it on Nintendo? Because I don't. Yeah. I only have. To be fair, I don't have an Xbox.
Yeah, Nintendo's the only console I buy anymore.
Yeah, because I just want to. I love Smash, and just two. I just want to. I have like 20 games that have Mario in the title.
Smash is the only game for the Switch I own.
Really?
And the only game for the Nintendo. No, it's the first game I owned for the Nintendo DS, the 2DS. The second game I owned was Monster Hunter, and those are the only two games I own for that.
Bro, you got to play BOTW. I'm sorry, you got to play Brother.
No, I don't like Zelda games.
What?
It's more like Skyrim. It's more like Skyrim.
So
I love the games. I just don't like playing them. I just don't have fun playing them. But I love watching other people play them.
Okay. Yeah, that's
games are good.
That's kind of how I feel about. And I know this is weird because I'm getting into like video game streaming. I don't like first-person shooters. I don't like playing them. Like I just feel like when you're just the character in like the gun, like I have no peripheral vision. Like I don't. That's not how it would be if I was holding the gun in real life. Like I feel
just
like
turn up your FOV.
True.
Quake, dude.
like when I played Skyrim, I don't know if I'm weird, but I play third person. I go into third person mode because I feel like that's actually closer because I get that peripheral vision. I'm not tunnel visioned, and I don't know. So I kind of feel you how you might just not like playing a game that everybody loves.
Yeah.
Whenever it comes to Nintendo's leaks, especially the big one that just happened, I'm in full support of them because Nintendo is so secretive and we have lost so much data and emulation has been slowed down by Nintendo locking everything up in their treehouse or whatever it is. And there's just stuff we haven't seen and probably will never see until the end of time because Miyamoto, Sakurai, and Iwata made sure that stuff was locked away in a vault somewhere.
Sorry, you go. I was gonna say I fucking love data miners.
Yeah, data miners. Yeah, I follow a couple on Twitter.
I follow that stuff with fascination, but I guess my question for you is, do you think that we are, as consumers, are owed that? Like, do you think they owe that to us?
I think for archival purposes, yes. Because these are things that could be destroyed. There's no digital backup of them. Once the EEPROM gets wiped, that's it. All of that thousands of hours of work that those developers put into that game, and if that game wasn't archived before, it's just gone. I think for history's sake, I think it's worth, having all these things available.
Are they not archiving this stuff, or
they are probably archiving it, but not in the public eye? We don't know. That's the main thing with Nintendo. We do not know. They barely tell us anything whenever it comes to their content.
Well, but to refocus this a bit, because this is probably a good podcast topic, because I didn't even know this even happened. Can you actually summarize what happened, with the Nintendo leaks and stuff?
Okay, so 4chan, great place. Okay, so
I have a story about 4chan.
Websites.
I have a 2-second story about 4chan.
No, keep us focused. Come on, keep going, Cheezer.
Keep focused.
Go.
I want to hear it, but let's get the history.
Okay, so 4chan has been getting a trickle of leaks over the past couple weeks. Oh, not weeks, over the past couple of months. It started back in March. They've been leaking Nintendo documents and entire kernels, entire operating systems, source codes, beta versions of games, alpha versions of games.
Oh, that's where the Mario 64 shit came from.
It's where the Mario 64 stuff came from. Where you
they literally confirmed Ella's real theory, which
Luigi is actually in Super Mario 64, and then getting uncompressed voice audio, like for Charles Martinet saying Mario 64 is voice lines, which is absolutely insane. Press renders of Mario that were from back then during the Super Mario 64 times where it's not pixelated, and a couple of other it was terabytes and terabytes and terabytes of just stuff, and people are still going through it right now. The main leaks came from the iQue, which is the Nintendo 64 in China, and Nintendo was actually the first people to release a gaming console in China after the ban. Well, during the ban, because they were able to classify it as like a handheld, video system. It's not necessarily a game, but the iQue was the N64. It didn't have a cartridge. It was basically just a controller, and you plugged it directly into the TV. People that were tied to that somehow got access to those files, and then they're just slowly trickling it all out. Like the entire source code for all of the Nintendo Wii got released. So, whenever it comes to emulation, it's really helping things out. The Wii U as well.
Wow. I didn't even know that it stretched to the Wii U. That's crazy.
Yeah, it stretched to the Wii U, DS, a lot. A lot got released. Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing, and I see where you're coming from. That you feel, that they culturally owe it to us. But I also see where Nintendo's coming from. It's no, man, we made that, dude. That's our shit, dude. That's our ideas, man.
Yeah.
Fuck off. They
don't want it in the public eye because for some really weird reason. Meanwhile, Microsoft basically puts everything out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, but yeah, that's basically it, Trevor.
That's very interesting. Yeah. So I heard part of the I literally only heard the Super Mario 64 thing. I didn't have the context, I had no idea that it branched out to something larger.
Yeah, it was massive, and they were also showing work in progress versions of SNES games,
Star Fox, Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World.
Yeah, Super Mario World. One of my favorite ones was in Super Mario World. Originally, instead of a cape, you were going to have wings.
Yep.
And that's where the feather came from. The feather that you get that turns into a cape. He was originally, but he had angel wings, and I think they just probably thought like, oh, that might piss off Christians or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
This is
Angel Mario.
Let me see if I could post this in August. This is the beta Yoshi sprite that got uncovered.
Oh, I saw that. People were memeing that so hard.
Oh yeah, can we get that up on the stream?
Yeah, I can get that up. Just give me a second.
All right, sorry about that. Yo, my niece had an emergency in the living room. She had hurt herself.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, as somebody who was like fucking 7 years old in 1995, like this shit is like, whoa, what? Like that's amazing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually horrifying. I'm glad they got rid of that. That face is not a good face. But you can see that how like raptor-ish the original was, like how Yoshi was clearly supposed to be.
Very dinosaur, not very cartoony.
Yeah. Although they still kind of kept it for like the baby Yoshi looks like that, but then grows into not horrifying Yoshi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corey, so you're good to come back? Is what you're saying?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Your cam's on. I don't know if you want to come back on.
Fine.
No, you're good.
Hey, look at that guy over there.
We're just talking about leaks. Now this is an interesting perspective because I want to get your perspective of this, Alex, because I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna have a much different perspective. In case any newcomers are curious, Alex is part of the military, so I thought maybe that he would have a different perspective on leaks, or is it just like the same normally like take? Yes.
Okay, so regarding leaks, right? Obviously, anything that damages or has potential to have consequences on the national level or stuff like that shouldn't be leaked, right? So someone says, "Oh, John's made the mention. I think stuff in the government should be leaked." Well, like, what if they leak like the entire fucking way to build an F-35 and all the components and everything in it?
I only said some stuff.
Like, what if they or like
BF-22s?
No, bro, just go full A10.
Yeah,
full A10.
Everything, everything like that. They leak everything, all the secret, like how to build a super stealthy fighter, and then all of a sudden, other countries are doing it. That should not be leaked, obviously. As regarding to like games and stuff like that, I think like character leaks and stuff like that, I don't think that should be done because they put all this time in R&D into developing this character, and they have a way that they want to release that character. They have like they either promotions or stuff like that. They want to have these characters or content released, and it potentially hurts sales if people leak it because obviously things could change. It's not permanent, and it's still in the development stage until it's actually out. And even then, we know like let's go Riot for example. You got Legends and all those. So what do they call them again? I don't play
Champions.
There we go. Hey, you got champions who are now being reworked, right?
Yeah.
Like nothing's ever permanent, when it comes to that. So I think it's detrimental to leak things, but like let's say like when it comes to like source code and stuff like that, I think stuff like that should be leaked because as you said, emulations and stuff like that. I'm all down for emulators.
Yeah, leaking shit that's in development is kind of ass.
Yeah,
it's kind of really,
but
really
cause they're trying to like build up like their product. They're like, oh, we're so ready, but then when someone leaks it, they're just like, oh, you kind of like stole our thunder.
Yeah.
Unless it's unless it's like a company that I hate, like if fucking anything EA related leaks, like
oh, bro, the next 2K is going to leak. Uh-oh, what are they going to do this year?
Out and die,
Did you hear
what are they going to do? Oh, what's Madden going to do this year? You'll never know. It's probably going to be a ball, and then you run it down the other side of the field. Woo! It's the same game every year.
They might have some new mini games. You don't know, man.
The only leaks
a Madden RPG, I swear.
That actually kind of lit though.
There's an existing career mode.
Yeah, there's a career mode.
I would like RPG.
Games. If they made like a Madden RPG, like
yeah, that'd be sick. Like Skyrim, but it's like with football, football.
Like you just start off as like a high school student, and you got to be as good.
Like somebody.
They have that. They have that in Madden.
They have that.
I think they have that in 2K too. Yeah.
It's like college. You start in college and stuff like that, and you build your
and
player.
You played the college games back in the day, and you started off in high school, then you go into college, and I think you could actually play from college and like transfer that into pro. I feel like it's a thing you used to be able to do.
What I was referring to would be like somebody who plays D&D. Is their take on football, you know what I mean? Like completely unrelated to the actual like going through career. Either way,
it's like it starts out football. Roll a D20.
Starts out in the stadium. It starts out in the stadium, right? And then you catch the ball and you're running to the other end of the field. You go to the end zone and you just run through the crowd through the wall and out into an open field.
You can totally make a tabletop game for football.
Like you take the football, you throw it at goblins.
I mean.
I want to go to EA right now and pitch the game Tom Brady Warrior Mage. You know,
Tom Brady Warrior
Mage.
I was imagining throwing footballs.
Easy as they would make $1 billion out of Massachusetts just before it hits anywhere else.
I was imagining like
the best quarterback of all time. That's been proven.
Imagine handing the ball to like the running back and he starts running, and the first defender comes. And what it is, it's like a turn-based combat, right?
Oh my god!
And you level up, you know. And if you die, you have to start all over for another play. You know what I mean? It's like hardcore mode.
Hey, someone pitched this.
Yeah.
Someone pitched this. Let's go.
I mean, it's funny. This entire time, I've just been like shuffling my cleric spell cards. I'm just like,
Omega poggers.
I'm not excited for tomorrow, dude. I have to DM a game for 12 hours straight, and I'm just like,
wow.
Yeah.
You can DM us.
I could technically I can DM multiple games if I really need to. Like DMing is just like one of those things that like it's natural for me because I took a bunch of like theatric classes and drama and speech classes, so like DMing for me is like super easy.
Oh, that's really cool.
I get all excited.
Have you ever heard of the 13th Age module?
I've heard about it, but I haven't like fully looked into it.
If you do want to look into it, I can forward you all the PDFs. I've got all of them for all the classes if you want it.
Oh, so you're gonna be leaking, huh?
It's a pretty fun game. Leaking? Whoa! Wait a minute.
I mean, if you want to send it, I'll gladly read them over and look over them.
Yeah, just DM me your email later on.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, you gotta send me your credit card number and your social security.
Those 3 wacky digits on the back. Don't forget.
Those 3 wacky digits. I guess to wrap up the topic, in particular, the only leaks I don't like are spoilers. Like, I heard the ending of Last of Us 2 and Avengers and all this stuff beforehand, and since I'm so in tuned, I heard it just like randomly, and I couldn't avoid it. You know, that's one of my least favorite leaks.
Yeah, like those Harry Potter leaks.
Yeah,
like the one game right now that I don't want anything ruined for me is Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah,
like that's about it right now. Like,
yeah, and somebody's gonna leak them.
And then you got Baldur's Gate coming out. I don't want that.
Oh yeah, dude.
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Man, I don't want any Cyberpunk 2077 spoilers. I also don't want to know what happens to Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, I want to be surprised at Keanu Reeves' fate.
9 out of 10, he's probably going to die.
Yeah.
1 out of 10, he lives the whole way through being the most badass like recruiter mission guy.
Or the 0.5% chance the M. Night Shyamalan. He was the enemy the entire time. Whoa. He is John Cyberpunk.
John Cyberpunk, the big bad evil guy.
Hell yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna be my name.
I also want Keanu Reeves for Smash. Like I also like it you know, he's organic. Listen, we have Keanu Reeves as an organic video game character. Put him in there, man.
So we could put John Cyberpunk in our video game of Smash Brothers.
Yeah, John Cyberpunk was John Halo and John Doom. Dude.
Yes.
Ooh. Can I get
and John Steve from Minecraft?
Ooh. Who was it that everyone wanted? Oh yeah, can we get Crash Bandicoot?
I think he's coming. I would
have no idea. No, it's going to be 4 more Fire Emblem characters and then nothing else.
No, they're done. They knew that they only got 1 Fire Emblem character.
What do you think of Min, dude?
We should probably refocus on the
refocus.
This is the last one. The new topic.
Can I just answer that question real quick before we refocus?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead.
Because as a franchise, I don't give a fuck. As a character, what a cool concept! Like
it's not offensive.
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
cool concept, not fun for me to play at all.
Byleth made me angry, but still, yeah.
I love Byleth. I think Byleth is.
I like Byleth.
No, I'm saying on release where I was like, all right, who's the next character?
Yeah.
Who's the next? Oh, it's another sword character, and Nintendo made fun of us for it. I was not happy.
If she was purely like another Marth clone, I would be super enraged if it was.
Yeah,
just,
that's what I thought she was at first.
Counter. But dude, her moveset is completely unique from the rest of the Fire Emblem crew. I'm not mad at it. Her down B, man, like fucking. I'm not. You know,
which
when
Marth
I
are
play,
you?
yeah, no, I mean she's not, but you know, I call her she because I play exclusively as girl Byleth.
Me too. Me
true
too.
Byleth. But yeah, man, like I'm not mad at that at all.
Fucking Hose Mad, dude. That's all I remember from that time.
Yeah, Hose Mad, that was a big meme. And then they released Goku.
Hose Mad.
Whenever they released Goku. Whenever they
fucking
released
cheese is
Goku,
over here. I was upset. Hose Mad. Immediately, dude.
Yeah.
Goku for Smash. We already got it.
We can reset now. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. It is a discussion-based podcast. I just don't want us to go over because we're already pretty balls deep in the time, so we might have to speed up. It's fine. I don't want to like waste too much people's time and sit here and make a 3-hour podcast. Anyway,
I'm unemployed, bro. I got nothing to do.
Same.
You want to talk till 9? Let's talk till 9, baby.
Sushi, get Remnant something of Ashes from the Epic Game Store. It's free right now.
Okay, I will try it out. If you play me in Smash, and you probably will destroy me because I am not.
Right. I gotta set it up, but sure.
Okay, we move on. Sorry, Epic Games. There's big news. Epic Games, in particular, Fortnite, is suing both Google and Apple for, and we're assuming is enormous amounts of money. And if you didn't know, a lot of crazy stuff happened. It started off, I think, sometime last week. Whenever they started complaining about like how much money that they steal, basically they're stealing from V-Bucks purchases and stuff, because you don't know if Google and Apple, if they like have an app on their app store, which you pretty much are guaranteed need to have the app on your phone, they take a cut of each one. It's significant. I don't remember exactly what the number is, but it's a significant cut.
30%.
30%.
Yeah. So
30. Yeah, like 33% or some shit.
Yeah. So Epic Games were like, "This is stupid." They lowered the V-Bucks prices first, and then later on they made a separate option to where you can buy it just straight from the app and not make it go through the App Store, which is clearly against the app's TOS, and So then Apple removed it from the App Store. Then Epic Games knew this was gonna happen. Fortnite knew this was gonna happen. And they immediately released like this propaganda video or whatever that was making fun of the original Apple. Apple like I don't know. You have to just watch it to understand where they like break the thing and it's like parody of
they parodied like the most iconic Apple ad of all time.
Yeah.
And personally, just how I feel about it, fuck yeah, that's awesome. Those are big dick moves, okay? Because they knew they had this. It took them. They didn't just make this fucking ad on a whim. They knew what they were doing. They're like, listen, we're gonna drop the price. We're gonna circumvent their app store. Like, they're gonna take us off. They're gonna inevitably, no way they won't take us off their fucking app store. And we're gonna have this fucking ad, this propaganda ad just in place. Like, I think that, like, you know, they're within their right to, I think Apple's within their right to take them off of the app store because they clearly violated the terms of service. But I'm rooting for Epic here because anything that sides with the fucking players being gouged less for your shitty video game. Like, I could not give a fuck about Fortnite. Like, I don't care about Fortnite. Yeah. I don't play Fortnite. It's not my deal, you know? But I think this is like a baller move, you know? And I'm happy they're doing it. And it makes me, and here's the thing, even if they lose all this shit, I think that they're going to get like this kind of street cred. Like, yeah, man, these guys went after Apple, dude. They went after Apple and Google. These guys are rock stars, dude. I think they're only going to come out of this looking good. And I think that's the smartest thing they did of all is just now gamers like Fortnite more. You know? Like, I'm obligated to like Fortnite as a gamer.
Yeah.
We like Fortnite. I hate that so
We
much.
like Fortnite.
Yeah.
We like Fortnite. We like Fortnite.
Oh god, I don't like that video. That makes me like.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
Every time I see that, like on my feed or something, I'm just like,
Fuck you, whore. We like Fortnite. We like Fortnite.
I just think of that one episode of South Park where Kyle's just like, kick the baby.
Don't kick the baby. Kick the baby. Don't kick the goddamn baby.
But yeah, Apple's going to run into some trust issues, some trust law issues. They've been pressured by Microsoft is about to start up a lawsuit with them as well because they don't want Microsoft's new streaming app on their app store. They say that it violates their terms of service as well. But guess what? Apple's streaming app is on there for video games that they're about to start is about to be allowed on their platform, even though it violates their own terms of service. But hey, it's us, so we can post it.
Yeah.
So yeah, monopoly and trust laws. It's about to get heated. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
there's
this
just
is
so
fun
much.
to
There's just
see.
so much hypocrisy between
I
them.
like it.
Completely.
What are you saying, Alex?
I can't wait to see it. This is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
Well-
go after them.
In particular,
It's
what
fun
this,
to follow at least.
yeah.
Hmm.
In particular, I don't know how relevant this is going to be. Obviously, I'm not a lawyer and I don't know shit. But when I think about this, I think about when Microsoft first got sued for having like exclusivity on their Windows or whatever. And that was a big antitrust lawsuit. And it reminds me of that because like if you ask anybody, like most normie people, like the apps on their phone, they're all gonna be from the App Store. So it's clear that like the App Store, like not having an app on the App Store, is very, very similar to like the original lawsuit that Windows went through about having like other. I want to say was it operating systems that they got in trouble for, or maybe it was just like browsers.
Theirs was Microsoft's been sued so many times.
Yeah.
Their main one was, hey, Microsoft is installed on 90% of all computers worldwide. Why should it just be yours? Well, people like developing in our systems because we have the most outreach. Why do you have the most outreach? Because we've been around for the longest. Why have you been around for the longest? Because we're the first to come up with a software like this where you can, use different windows in an operating system to organize your tasks and, everything else. It's Microsoft's Windows is in an interesting position. It always has been in an interesting position. Bill Gates defended his IP to tooth and nail. Like, if you ever saw him in court, he always did the talking, not his lawyers. And it's really weird. But yeah, Microsoft has always had an iron grip on the consumer PC market because it's the only and the best thing to use right now in general in terms of compatibility, with Linux being there for people who want to use Linux, and then the other people who use Macintosh. Well, Mac now, I guess it's how it is.
Well, I like how you said Bill Gates does all the talking. He's an incredibly smart man. So
Yeah. Also, fun fact: my mother is convinced that he is going to microchip her with a vaccine.
Oh boy.
He might. Shit, he might, dude. You don't know. Fuck.
And she is a goddamn registered nurse. So
well, obviously she knows better than me, dude. I haven't now believed this because this is obviously the facts. I guess I'm gonna be microchipped by Bill Gates with a vaccine. Shit.
Bill Gates is going to personally come to your house, hold you down to your bed.
That's one of the wildest things.
See, the reason he will do that is because obviously he's terrifying.
Yeah, no, it's 5G.
Terrifying.
It's 5G.
Yeah. My phone's 5G ready. Am I helping him by buying a 5G ready phone?
Like, people don't realize. Hey, big secret. You already have 5G in your houses. Your router. Hello? They don't realize.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the 5G is going to get us. I'm going to spend all day on my phone.
Yeah.
By the way, I have an amazing phone.
Hey, don't show your phone if you're not sponsored, okay? We get paid for showing our phone. No,
I
have
an iPhone. I'm a
iPhone.
Yeah, quite obviously.
A Samsung 5G Ultra Plus or Samsung Ultra Plus 5G ready.
Why does it have so many cameras? That makes no sense.
It's got 4, dog. It's got 4 cameras,
and only one of them works because the other 3 are just fake.
True.
It's not true.
True. No,
But it's
Three
for
cosmetic cameras.
Different levels of zoom.
it's for different levels of zoom. It's for depth perception. It's for lighting. It's for bokeh. It's for a lot of.
My
shit.
camera is fucking fantastic, dude. You have no idea.
Quite obviously that they installed 5G to give us coronavirus, so Bill Gates can cure the coronavirus by installing chips in our brain.
Well, yeah,
So they
duh.
can be controlled by because we have
Wait,
chips.
y'all hear
Hey,
about
we're not
that?
a
Like,
conspiracy theory. We're not-
Hashtag stay woke.
Say what?
that, like,
Look,
The only
look,
thing
this
that
is the
can
most
protect
based
us is the
podcast you'll
shungite.
ever find.
We need shungite rocks to protect us.
Look, this
Yeah,
is the most
shungite.
based podcast. So everything is the most like factual, woke, true culture that you'll ever heard right here.
True. What were you saying, Courier?
that y'all hear about that article like Elon Musk making like chips to stream music in her head?
Oh, I actually
Oh,
saw
yeah.
that. I just assumed that was
Yeah.
fake. Is that true?
I don't think so, man.
I hope so. I kind of want that. It's kind
Hell no.
of
See, this is
Yeah.
how it starts, though. That's how it starts, dude. That's how you
Yeah.
get literal fucking
I
shipping
saw-
your
I
head.
saw-
No, he is
Some
working
Black
on
Mirror
nerve here.
shit, man.
Yeah, it is. I saw.
Well,
Yeah, I
Are you
saw.
talking about his Neuralink? His Neuralink said, okay, that Neuralink thing where he said you can play music through Neuralink, that is true. Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I saw a meme.
I
where,
get it.
I saw a
I
meme where a
lost
guy
enough
was
pairs of
laying.
headphones. I'd get it.
Yeah.
what was it?
I saw.
What
I
was the
saw.
meme?
I saw a meme where a guy was laying in bed and it was like he wakes up to the Spotify ad going through his head because they're playing the Spotify ad while he's sleeping.
See, I don't.
Like,
I don't
have you
want
ever
shit
seen-
demon
have you ever
blown in my
seen Black
head
Mirror?
like that.
Have you ever seen Black Mirror?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that one episode where the dude was in the room and
Yeah,
then
he
it's
couldn't,
like
he couldn't close his eyes. And
I
pause
weren't
it.
even close his eyes to play. Oh my god, I could not. Like, I'm not getting Neuralink. I'm not getting Nerve Gear. I'm not getting any of that shit. I will be the
I will-
dude in
I'll
the
get-
shotgun. I'll be the
I
dude
will
with the
get an
shotgun in the
Ambusphere
basement, waiting on the Terminators, waiting for them to come.
Like
get
that.
me.
I will get an Ambusphere, dude, so fast, and I will be partaking in the augmented reality worlds.
It'll be like that one guy from the movie Robots. Upgrades people. Upgrade.
Yeah.
God.
Like I honestly I hope that I am alive when the technology is introduced to upload you to the cloud when you die, because I would, if it was an option, you could just live on the cloud and then you don't have to be a human being with like bills or
Yeah.
shit. Like you can just exist in the cloud and just play video games and just
No,
be
bro,
in
you still have
digital
to
consciousness.
pay bills. You have to crunch Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
See, the thing is, though, I will
Cryptocurrency.
if I can somehow play a video game and get some in-game, currency that people can buy, like the premium currency by playing any video game in this cloud consciousness, and then I use that to pay for my leavingness in that cloud. So basically, I'm playing video games to live in the cloud. Like fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Virtual reality video games, basically, like being a member in the video game to live in the cloud, and experience whatever I want. It's basically heaven,
yeah, hell yeah, dude.
in a way. And I can just do that forever.
Yeah, living in the cloud, that just means less missed inputs in Smash for me. Like I'm
Yeah, but then you are the Smash character, right?
Yeah,
am
you
the
become the
Smash
Smasher.
I just look down and I see Bowser, Bowser's hands. I'm like,
Yeah,
No,
who
they're-
would want that?
It's like
No,
the,
what
next,
you do is
the next Smash character, you, and it just reaches towards the screen.
But see, the thing is, to play it, you don't move yourself. You just think of the move you want to do. So you're like, I want to bear, and then you just bear.
Fuck yeah, man.
Fuck yeah. So it's like, I'm Bowser. I'm gonna run at him and then do this. So it's like basically you're thinking the
I'm gonna
moves
spam
immediately
side-
happening.
we're
You see that
strongly
spam
moving
side B? That's
into
fucking Bowser just.
we're strongly moving into gotta refocus territory.
Every
Every time it devolves into
sorry,
talking
I
about
can't-
Smash.
With me, it always comes back to Smash.
Same
It always
though,
comes,
kind of.
It's
always
fine,
comes
son.
back to Smash. Always comes back to Breaking Bad. Those are my two things.
Dude, what you need to see is how to sell your drugs online fast. Or
Is
how to
that
sell
good?
drugs.
I've seen ads for that. Is that good?
It's enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's not like Breaking Bad level, but it's enjoyable.
Oh, man, Breaking Bad. That was great.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to see a teenager sell.
Over 100,000 people.
Yeah, thanks for the transition, Alex.
You get to see a teenager sell drugs online.
Okay,
on the
okay,
dark
so
web.
Fall Guys, yes. Fall Guys, a Digital Revolver released Fall Guys recently.
Yes,
and it has 100,000 concurrent players. There are a couple of things we can focus on. One of them, a lot of people are getting butthurt that people are taking this competitively, aka people grinding the game, trying to min-max, win a bunch, because it's supposed to be like, it's with kids, it's a party game, blah, 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 blah. People are getting really mad about that. Do you guys think it's kind of wrong, like, morally, to fucking try hard grind games like Fall Guys?
No.
Okay, Fall Guys.
Those kids.
Let's begin with Fall Guys in general, right? Fall Guys was not supposed to be as big as it is right now.
True.
It was not. This was not supposed to happen. Devolver said this was not supposed to happen. They showed this game off for a maximum of 5 minutes in total in all the advertisements that they did.
Yeah.
People have been trapped inside. Nice burrito. People have been trapped inside, doom and gloom, big COVID, right? And then there's this colorful game that's basically like, I don't know, Mario Party mini games, but you can queue up with your friends and play online, and it's not trash like the Switch version. It's like $20 and you can just hop on with your friends. It's really fun. So people, like large streamers, took this and then they showed it to the general population, and they were like, oh wow, I really need a game to deload right now. Let me download Fall Guys. Fall Guys, they had like over 120 concurrent players, and they had to change it over to maintenance mode. I was actually in the closed beta. They had to change it over to maintenance mode because their servers were getting so bogged down. That's why you don't see custom avatars and like your name over your head says Fall Guy, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that annoys me.
That's maintenance mode. That's not how that. It wasn't supposed to be like this.
Yeah,
you know?
I streamed the game for like over 3 hours yesterday, and and it's like, there I am, Fall Guy 9585. That's me. Like.
Yeah, hey. It said even if you go to their
Steam that 9585.
Even if you go to the Steam page, it says we vastly underestimated the amount of jelly beans in the jar, and we're currently in maintenance mode. It's wild. In the beta, I don't know if I could talk about it because I was under NDA, but I saw some stuff. It was interesting.
Really, stuff that hasn't been released for the main game yet? For
not stuff that got cut from the main game. Really,
like different like maps and shit.
Different maps, different skins.
Wow.
They actually removed my color. The color that I used in the beta, they removed it in the main game.
What color was it? Like, what was the scheme?
It was like purple green-ish, but it wasn't the one that they've got now. It was like a deeper purple and like mint green.
They'll probably just roll it out. It'll probably be an update in like 3 months or some shit.
DLC,
probably
DLC.
So. We were supposed to get the beta testers were actually supposed to get like a special skin that looked like a crash test dummy, but they've been bogged down with everything else. The Walmart Fall Guy, the I don't know. That's not TOS friendly. The Walmart Fall Guy, the TF2 Fall Guy, Snake, Metal Gear. They're supposed to be adding a Metal Gear Fall Guy. Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Konami released it. It's insane, and they're thinking about adding jerseys for teams too. This game is gonna evolve into something insane if it keeps its momentum.
I hope so. They need more maps. They just need more maps.
Yeah, it's the same with Among Us. It's the exact same thing that happened with Among Us. Among Us got released on Steam, and then people were like, wait, this is a really fun game. This game started off as a mobile game, actually. Among Us did.
Well, before we transition to Among Us, I just want to know, like maybe we can go like from person to person. Can you take games like this too seriously?
No. I mean, you can take it too seriously, but like it's not wrong to shit on kids.
Yeah. That shit, like the only time I ever take like a game like this serious is when I'm with my friends and we try to beat each other. That's when we go serious because we try to beat each other. That's the only time.
There's people who just get absolutely triggered at it. Like if you get actual like hardcore triggered at Fall Guys, like I've seen dudes break their keyboards, punch their monitors. There's an issue. Yeah.
I mean,
it's got wacky physics. It's not supposed to be.
That's a symptom of an underlying issue, anyways. Mental health issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, mental health issues in the gaming industry.
Dude, gamers. Come on, man. You know us.
Oh, exactly. If we could get the dude from Healthy Gamer on, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'll have that much reach in a while.
Hustle. We need to get Elon Musk on here. We need to get Elon Musk.
Yeah, it'll be soon. Maybe next week. We'll see.
Do you guys remember?
One second.
Bully Hunters.
Shashi, what was your opinion on this? Sorry.
So about Fall Guys, I feel I get where they're coming from. Like, oh, you want it to be kids, but I feel like if you're releasing a game to the internet and it's an internet-based game, you by now in the year 2020 should know how the internet
works.
And especially in the middle of a pandemic, there are billions of just bored ass people who just can't leave the house for one reason or another. And any game that gets released, the people are gonna fucking speedrun that shit. They're gonna fucking find all the glitches in that shit. They're gonna find all the exploits. This is just fact. It's just this is going to happen, and you need to prepare for that. And yeah, is that unfair for like a 7-year-old that just wants to play Fall Guys because it's the bouncy bean guy game? Yeah, that sucks for that kid, but this is how that kid eventually becomes one of these people that runs, because it's like,
to it.
Whoa, that dude just fucking, that dude just ran past me and just grabbed me and threw me off of the fruit platform, like, how do I avoid that happening next time, And
that's how pro players in video games are made too. That's how I started playing Call of Duty Pro back then. Whenever I used to play, whenever I got 360 no scoped off of, whenever I was playing Modern Warfare, I was like, whoa, that looked really cool. I want to do that.
Like when I was 13 years old, I was super into Melee, right? Super into Smash Melee because I always bring it back to Smash. Fucking thought I was the shit. Went to my buddy's house, got bodied by his Roy, and it was like, what? And it's like left there, like, how do I do that? How do I get better at this? Like that's what happens. You need to get bodied in a game. And that's how you become a gamer, because you're like, how do I be the bodyer? How do I body somebody?
No, you're like.
I want to make that guy feel the way he made me feel. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. Get good. That's all you need to do.
It's the circle of violence, man. Like my dad got hit. He hit me. It's just
Jesus.
Cycle never ends, man.
The cycle never ends.
What are you saying, Courier?
Like that's how it is for me, because like I got 2 older brothers that were gamers, and the first game that they ever introduced me to was Pokemon, and they would body me every time I would play. But I was like, okay, I need to get better. And that just evolved into different games. Like my oldest brother was good at League. I ended up overtaking him because I was tired of it. I was like, man.
You just went out into the Viridian Forest and you just grinded, man.
Yeah, just fucked up Metapods all day.
No, like that was them basically.
I fucking
hey man, you gotta grind the right Pokemon so you get those right IVs.
Learning what EVs, IVs, and all that.
Yeah. I had to learn that, dude. I was like,
you gotta get those EVs, bro.
Alex, we still need your opinion on this, by the way.
Hey man, people are gonna game how they want to game. It's simple as that. So if they want to go hardcore on something, let them be hardcore.
Wait, Alex, do you play Flight Simulator Online? Flight Simulator Online?
The new one?
No, the old one. I think it was Gold.
No.
Oh, damn. Like, people used to get triggered on ATC. Like, if you were just flying around buzzing the airport over and over, they were like, you're in my airspace. I'll scramble jets. I'll crash into you. It was, people got triggered. No. I used to fly a 747 and it was insane.
I'm Air Force One? Air Force One?
Yeah, Air Force One. Like, Air Force Proud.
Yeah. That's just always in one of his videos. Always.
Yeah.
And like also in regards to like people breaking their keyboards over like a round of Fall Guys not going their way, like that's more about that person than it has to do with anything else, Yeah. That's somebody that just like needs to like forgive his parents, like that's just somebody like, it's like if you're allowing like this stupid, because like I played it, I streamed it for over 3 hours yesterday, like anytime I got tail dag, I was like, no, not dag, like because that's just the most infuriating game. Like that game, like I feel like, I don't know, maybe I haven't played it enough. I feel like 90% of Fall Guys isn't even your skill level. It's just fucking
luck.
RNG,
right?
yeah.
You know, like I would do the right thing, but then some random asshole would just grab me and then hold me in front of a wall, and then the wall would just float me over the side.
Or the one with the rollers, what we were doing in the beta. Someone stands at the end of the roller on the other end and just grabs and throws people off onto the platform.
Yeah, man. And I had that kind of shit done to me like for over 3 hours, you know, and that's just the game you're signing up for. So if you're getting mad about that like fucking just rub one out and just fucking pop his hand. You know, fucking smoke some weed and just chill, dude.
I mean, like, there's a difference when people like rage. Like, if you're like competing for like $100,000 on the line, okay, I can understand a little bit of rage if you lose like last second. But if you're losing over like a simple like jelly bean game, like, come on, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah, like if
the jelly bean game will become the $100,000 prize pool.
No, it is, by the way.
Mark my words.
No, they are. They're doing Rift Rivals. Twitch does the Rift Rivals. No, not Rift Rivals. I guess because that's summer.
It's league.
Twitch Rivals.
Twitch Rivals.
Yeah, it's just Twitch Rivals. They're doing Twitch Rivals, and it's $100,000 prize pool for.
Like if
for
you're
what?
For Fall Guys.
Oh my!
The next Twitch Rivals is going to be Fall Guys.
If your significant other is being held at ransom, and you need to get the crown in a round of Fall Guys to like keep them from getting a bullet in their skull, yeah, I would understand breaking the keyboard in that situation, you know. But anything less than that, like, just chill, you know.
Yeah. Also, the other thing we want to talk about in regards to this, and she's already brought it up, it's Among Us. It's been popping off on Twitch a lot lately. Do you think these big collaboration streams in general are going to continue, or do you think it's just like these specific games? Like kind of like if you want to break it up and it's like Fall Guys and Among Us are popular right now. Once these games die, then people are just going to go off and do their own things. Or do you think that people are just going to keep continuing on collaborations from now? Because that's what the people's view counts have been like rising for. It's just like people have just been like collaborating harder than they have before on Twitch.
I think personally that it's going to move towards the collaboration thing, because I see streamers like doing collaboration stuff even outside of like, you know, just those two games now.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, like I agree. It was just like the collaboration games, like the more that I see like on YouTube and stuff like that, like the person that's, you know, streaming is much happier when they're playing with like their friends and stuff, and like they play better and the content's better. So I think the collaboration does help. It's healthy, but I also think that they can't continue to collaborate because sometimes they'll need to like keep their own identity if they play by themselves.
Yeah. I mean, as somebody who's only been doing this a couple weeks, I would say probably like 2/3 of my streams have been collaborative. Like, and it's been the best way to grow my follower count.
Oh, yeah,
is like, you know, reaching out to people that have, you know, wider audiences than me, you know, setting up, you know, it's like, hey, you know, you want to play a first to 10 in Smash, you know, you want to do this, you want to do that, you know, I streamed Fall Guys, you know, for over 3 hours with somebody yesterday, you know, and also by the way, that's the only fucking way I'm gonna play Fall Guys, is if I have somebody I can scream at on like in my ear.
Yeah.
Because Jesus Christ, that game is, you're like, I played it alone for an hour just to get a sense of it, and I was just like, I hate this. This is not my game. But you know, like, because I like Super Mario Party for Switch, you know, but you cannot play Super Mario Party by yourself. You need a room full of people.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's like, hey, you guys
games.
want to play Mario Party? You know, like that's how I consider Fall Guys. It's Mario Party mini games as a battle royale.
Pretty much.
You know, and I think like I just personally think like collaborations are the best way to grow your audience from what I've seen.
Yeah, that's part of the purpose of this podcast. Obviously, it's a small streamer podcast to link up a network.
We're collaborating right now.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, who are we to talk shit about it?
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Hell yeah, I'm hosting. I got you.
I think I am too.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about like Among Us, like itself? Like, do you guys enjoy the game or no?
Some dudes get
I
way too into it, like extremely into it.
Jeezer, I think you just don't get into games enough.
No, the phrase "it's just a game" is such a weak mindset. I do agree.
It is.
But
it is.
But if we're just, you know,
perfection of a craft.
If we're just chilling playing not Fall Guys. If we're just chilling playing Among Us,
I'm not chilling. I'm trying to win, Cheezer. God damn it!
No. Like cursing people out and like,
that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's a little much.
Yeah.
It's a little much.
That's in a casual setting that we were in, or that that people are in. There should be some calm,
That's why
you can still bullshit around.
That's why I play
that.
those games.
Yeah.
I'm not only is it 5-head strategy to kind of like troll around. I play those games for content, so I'm kind of like on the trolly side. I don't take it seriously at all.
Yeah,
and I just try to like play for content, because other people enjoy. But certain people do come in and like take it like Omega seriously.
Yeah,
I like to play for content for sure.
What is Among Us out on, by the way?
Huh?
What is it? Like, where can I get Among Us? Is it on Steam?
It's
Steam.
on Steam for $5, $5.49.
Yeah.
Because I might check it out because I've never.
You can get it for free on mobile.
Well, we stream it occasionally. We have like a streamer group who will all go on and stream it. We had a party of 10 last night. I don't know when the next time we play is, but
yeah. Well, hey, I'm down. I'll play any fucking game on stream.
I mean, I love. Oh, you talk. Go ahead. I
was just gonna. Who's who? Who go first? What's going on anymore?
JR, you go first.
Okay. You're pointing over to the right for me. I was pointing towards Cheezer. Yeah, I was like, "What the fuck, Cheezer go first?" He wasn't even talking.
On the right is JR from you.
Okay. Fuck. I was gonna say. Oh yeah, what I'm doing for my streaming content is just playing single player games, or like because I have a bunch of like games I've got for free from like Epic and like Twitch and stuff. So I got like a bunch of games I own, and I'm just gonna go through and like beat them all.
Well, we're not to the shilling of your content yet. That's the very end of the podcast, John. You know that.
I'll do what I want first of all. But we're just talking about like streaming. I forgot why I thought it was relevant, but that's okay now.
Yeah. So what were we saying for you?
That I love Among Us because I love those type of games where you guys kind of just like lie yourself to win. Like games like Murder from Gmod or Trouble in Terrorist Town. Like I was good at because I can naturally just kind of like deceive people, just like I'm not the bad guy. So Among Us just kind of fits that shoe of just like, I'm good at this. I can do it. But like, I don't try to take it seriously. But like, when people get mad, like, oh, why are you winning? Well, it's just my natural like ability to win at it.
Yeah, my natural state is winning.
I like Among Us, but I do prefer CS:GO TTT because I can aim in CS:GO TTT.
Yeah.
Like you could just scout somebody from across the map. Where'd that shot come from? I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I think our last topic, first politics topic we had in a long time, is Kamala Harris got nominated VP. I know I have some words about this. I don't know if you do want to start, Shashi. Does anything particular you want to talk about on this?
Here I consider myself progressive. I was a Bernie guy. I was a pretty big Bernie guy. Watching what happened to Bernie, like I fully believe that it is. I think, and I've been called a conspiracy theorist. I've been, people will just write me off as a tinfoil hat. But I think it's pretty suspicious that this dude was fucking trouncing every one of his opponents in donations in virtually every state outside of, I think, like Warren was ahead in Massachusetts in terms of donations, but he was not far behind, but virtually everywhere, fucking this dude was trouncing them in donations, in fucking voter excitement. And then you see like
Iowa. Remember what happened in Iowa? People don't talk about that.
Yes, dude. Iowa with like coin flips just went almost universally for Buttigieg, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, and you go to like the exit polling in almost every state was, it either had Bernie up or Bernie close, and then it always broke in favor of Biden. Every situation, literally, Biden was the one. Like, exit polling was off. People who were being polled outside of the polling places were saying, "Yeah, I voted for Bernie," and then Biden wins the state by like 20%. Like it just like you would have. I'm sorry, like if I ever got popular enough, I'd want to do like a documentary about it because I think like the evidence is out there if you search for it.
Don't underestimate boomers, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, but boomers.
Yeah,
like boomers will go out and vote. Like
maybe
Bernie did drum up a lot, and then the echo chamber comes in too. But Bernie did drum up a lot of hype, but he wasn't competing with Biden. He was competing with Elizabeth Warren, Buttigieg, what's his name, Bloomberg, and all the rest of them. Like Biden was going to get his votes regardless, but all the rest of them splitting their votes, and then Warren having her fist up her ass, not wanting to endorse him.
Yeah.
Not
Then
what it-
everyone
like,
everyone dropping
no, but
out
everybody,
the night before.
Yeah, I mean, and that was
seriously.
definitely like, I mean, that was definitely like the DNC all like conspiring to just chop his head off.
The DNC is ass.
Yeah.
Like, it's
You know?
it's garbage.
And here's the thing: if I
They're all
lived
bad.
in like a swing state, if I lived in a swing state, I would feel obligated to vote for Biden simply because I think like the current administration is like clearly a problem. I live in Massachusetts. Every single county went for Hillary in 2016. The only state where that happened. Every county broke for Hillary. I feel no need to support Biden with my vote where I live. I am going to be voting Green Party. I'm going to be voting for Howie Hawkins simply because I have the privilege of being allowed that. I feel like he is the candidate currently in the race whose ideals mostly align with me. As Kamala Harris, my entire Facebook feed, my entire little echo chamber Facebook feed is just filled with progressives that are like, no, she's a cop, and or it's like people that are just the other side of white liberal Twitter, which is like, you guys, we really shouldn't be criticizing the Democratic ticket right now. This is the time to unify, guys. We have a fascist dictator in office, which I think those people are hilarious in their own way. I feel like, here's the thing: I knew for months now. I knew in my head. I looked at all of the potential VP picks for Biden.
I thought it had to be Warren, dude. I thought picking Kamala Harris would be the worst possible option, and that's what happened.
You want to hear a really fat conspiracy theory?
What?
Right? So this was way back. This was like, I think this was in March or April, one of the two, where someone mentioned Hillary being the VP, the ultimate got him. Imagine the ultimate got him, right?
They would lose.
Biden gets elected. He says that Hillary Clinton is his VP, and then 2 weeks later, he says that he's retiring because he doesn't have the mental faculties, and then Hillary's in office. Would you realize the shit that would go down if that happened?
I mean, people are saying about that Camilla right now.
Isn't there just a re-election after that? I mean, if it's within certain time frames.
If it's in a certain time frame, but whatever the time frame is after that, if he pulled that would be insane. I would laugh my ass off, and then I'd leave the country.
He pulled a sneaky one.
Yeah,
like everyone's saying.
Here's the thing: what you said, Trevor, you said that like you thought it was going to be Warren. I knew it was never going to be Warren, and I knew back when she was screwing Bernie over in the primary, I knew it wasn't going to be her, even if she might have thought it was. And simply because, when you're running an election, you court the Democrats in the primaries, you court the fucking opposite side in the general. Yeah. And as soon as Black Lives Matter, like the George Floyd thing happened, and it blew up, and and I support BLM, but I'm also pragmatic and I have the ability to be objective. I still have conservative friends on Facebook, and those mofos love the cops. Those mofos, my entire family is Republican. I am like, me and my brothers were the first generation to like be heavily liberal, and anytime we go home for Christmas, it is like a bloodbath of like ideologies, and I call my dad a racist. Like, hey, you're a fucking racist, right? My dad voted for Trump. I like unleashed on him. I was like, this is the type of shit why mom divorced you, man.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
My dad.
Whoa.
And here's the thing. But I also have the ability to like, if I am, and it's not Biden making these decisions. Biden is basically a corpse. Biden is like this dude. When you were voting for Biden, you're actually voting for the DNC. That is what the vote is going for. Because Biden is just a guy who sits in a room, and then when it's time, he gets and he reads a speech, and he reads it barely competently. Like That's
what happened with Bill Clinton.
That's kind of what happened. Clinton.
Hillary was running the entire thing.
Well,
Seriously.
that's why I was saying that people, that conspiracy theory that they're gonna have Kamala Harris be the actual president is already like, and she's like anointed by the DNC. That's already a thing. I've already read.
She's not offensive from what I've seen so far. She's not offensive. Only the dudes who are extremely radical on the left really think that she's. They're finding nitpicks at her.
I mean, she has a very tumultuous history, and she's been very
Trump
bad
is already labeling her a socialist, by the way.
For minorities in California, I mean, she's ruined some fucking lives. But and
sorry about the thunder, y'all. Louisiana weather. My bad.
But I really think, and here's the thing: the progressives, the left, the far left, my side, we smeared her and called her a cop during the primary, like, oh, Kamala's a cop, and that's why she's the VP, because we did that, because her brand became so tied with "you're a fucking cop," and then fucking George Floyd happened, BLM happened, and all of a sudden Republicans, because there's a lot of Republicans that I think are on the fence right now, because a lot of people are just not happy with Trump in general.
No, not at all.
What would keep a lot of these motherfuckers voting for Trump is if they feel like the Democrats are going to go full BLM and like the fucking and their like precious sense of like law and order is going to be violated, and like the country's going to fall to protests. And so
if his VP was Ortega, then that probably would have been that probably would have been
that's what I'm saying. That's why Trump has already labeled Kamala a socialist, literally.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
he's came up with it. Trump, even though she is so far right compared to the people that I wanted to go in.
He's trying to get some votes from
her and
left.
Biden. They're both calling them both socialists.
He's trying to scoop some votes from the left, actually.
Like they're even like spreading like birtherism rumors, because if you're a Democratic nominee, then you must not have been fucking born in America, right?
No.
And I'm sorry, and you're a fucking and your skin color is not lily white, right? But I think that we literally, because BLM happened and because the Republicans reacted to it the way they did, that is why we have Kamala Harris, because the DNC looked at it and they're like, you know what? She's going to be the best pick to offset that. And this is going to help us, hey, look, guys, we love police. We love the cops. Biden's going to fund the police. We're going to give them an extra $3 billion, vote for us. We're going to, basically what we have on the Democratic side is a reasonable Republican ticket.
Yeah.
Did you see what happened with Trump, Trevor?
About what?
Okay, so he's trying to scoop some votes from the left, and I think this should have been done during Obama's administration, but he probably wasn't going to do that to make himself not look like an ass. He's actually considering pardoning Edward Snowden.
Oh wow! No, I didn't see that. That's crazy.
Even though this should have happened a very long time ago, like a long ass time ago. For some reason, Chelsea Manning got pardoned first and then went back to jail, and I think she's out now. But it's I like him a lot. Edward Snowden is actually one of my older role models that I used to follow.
Yeah.
And his cybersecurity, his operational security, and everything else. I'm all for that. And how he leaked all the NSA documents saying, hey, yeah, the government's watching you through your TVs and it's not a conspiracy. Here's the proof,
Snowden was just like the hero that the people need.
Yeah, at that point, it is going down outside, dude. Seriously. But, I think that the left needs to band together, to vote for Biden. This administration has disappointed both the right, the left, the center, top and bottom,
all around in the back,
all around. It's just been because people thought that he was going to have real change, whether if you agree with those changes or not. And he's had his thumb up his ass this entire time. And then he's like, and his slogan, keep America great. And he's like, real MAGA has not been tried. So what were the last goddamn 4 years?
Yeah, exactly.
What people have been waiting this entire time for you to do something. And you have done absolutely nothing but piss a lot of people off for no reason.
In Trump's defense, a lot has changed.
Oh yeah, well,
changed. No, as in his statement from what his any of his campaign promises.
I totally agree with you there. I'm just saying that this is 4 years ago, I could not have imagined fucking worldwide pandemic and
almost World War III. Yeah,
almost World War III at the beginning.
We're just bombing Iran. Just I don't know. I feel like it. Like
I mean, that's what I like to do in my pastime.
We live in interesting times.
Yeah.
Welcome to history.
I mean, like I was talking with one of my friends earlier about Kamala Harris, and he was like giving the criticism like how he doesn't want her at all to be like part of politics. And I'm just like, bro, if they're doing the job that they want to do the job for, just let them prove themselves. Don't you can criticize them, but if they can do the job, don't get on them.
So,
what's your opinion, Alex?
All right. So looking at some of her like her stuff, like there's some stuff I agree, and some isn't. It's kind of bad. So like, let's go we'll go back to some of her history. Like when she was in California, right, just returning for San Francisco, her anti-truancy efforts basically urged criminal penalties for parents of truant children. But this is why I'm not. They found out in 2012, 2013, about nearly 30% of the elementary kids or something like that were truant, not there. That cost the school district about $1.4 billion.
Yeah, and then the homelessness.
So that's where I'm saying, like, she's obviously going for the money for the school districts. She's trying to get the votes of those people, but making it a criminal. Trying to punish parents for their students. You can't. I mean, you can as a parent control your kids, but like you can't.
Like what they do once they leave your house, like it's.
Yeah. She ruined some families with that shit. I mean, she really
she did some. She did some horrible stuff. The one of the things, the criticisms that I was surprised wasn't talked about more whenever she was on the campaign trail. One of the things that progressives hate about her, because she was a cop, she literally refused people going on parole or probation for like simple drug crimes to keep them working for the state for free. And they were talking about how she was like literally promoting literal like slavery while working, as a DA.
And then here's another one that was basically it's a public safety, and this comes from law enforcement. So this is California's Proposition 69. Lol, nice. Mandated law enforcement to collect DNA samples from any adult arrested for a felony and from individuals arrested for certain crimes. Now, you can be arrested for a felony, but you could, have the charges dropped. That means your DNA is still fucking taken.
I don't know about that one.
So that's where I'm getting on this mindset. Like your DNA, let's say originally we found this felony against you, but substantial evidence afterwards, but we still got your DNA. Because it's mandated that you have to have your DNA taken.
Yep. Man, I need to read more into her.
Yeah,
because I will
say, from what I've read, and I can't name, I would need to look it up, but from what I've read, her voting record in the Senate was considerably better. If you're just going by,
she's pretty lefty.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Did you hear
that? I heard that.
That was loud as fuck.
Oh, that was like right in the front yard. Oh my god!
Just Zeus up there being like, "Hey, it's time to wrap this up for you.
It's time to wrap this up.
It's a wrap."
God says podcast over.
Where you at? I mean, you're not that far down there, are you? You're central, right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
It's still pretty far down. I'm in Zachary, Louisiana. So if you look at that on the map, that's where I am.
Oh no, I'm in Cali right now, yo. I'm in that San Diego.
Yeah, where the weather's always fantastic.
Pretty much most of the time.
Yeah, but we're right on the Mississippi, We're right there at the bottom right. It's Hurricane Central. Welcome to it.
In terms of wrapping this up, basically my philosophy is I'm voting definitely Democrat, 100%.
Me too.
And
me too. I don't really have a choice.
I live in Florida, dude. That's swing state as fuck.
Yeah, and I'm just saying I don't care. I just don't care. I'm not happy, but I'm not unhappy. Anything else.
Is JR a Florida man?
Yeah,
he's a Florida man. Oh, my lights are blinking. Oh shit.
I am Florida man. What's up?
Yo.
If I was in Florida, I would feel like an obligation to vote Democrat just because I know that it's probably going to be too close to call, and if it's too close to call, like
4 years ago, I voted for Trump and helped him get elected, and I will not make the same mistake.
Oh, really? You went Trump in the last election?
I mean, you can only do so much when you're 18, and most of your politics come from your parents.
Really? But what was it? Was it because of the parents?
Because he was raised Republican. I was also raised Republican too. Yeah. I voted for McCain and I voted for Romney.
Like
wait a minute.
Then I
just realized
I knew nothing. Trevor. Like it was literally just like the hot takes or whatever that Republicans have about Democrats and shit. I didn't actually know anything. I still probably don't know anything. Yeah. But definitely parents kind of led me to it. I didn't really like. I thought it was he was the choice. I was like, fuck Hillary.
My parents are hyper leftists, but I'm a libertarian. I always have been forever since I come.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm spiritually libertarian. I do not think the government should be all up in your shit. It's not something I support.
No steppy on the snake.
I am going to be voting for Democrat because I live in a state where that's not an option not to vote.
Holy fuck!
Because you're being socially responsible. You love to see it.
Yeah, being socially responsible. Now, I might not agree with whatever she does in the future, whatever Biden does in the future, but it's better than having what's currently in office. Yeah.
I mean, what's currently right now is just like it just kind of like hurts, it's kind of embarrassing. Just like we're looking for guidance, and you're just like kind of running away from the problem. It's like
the worst thing is I'm getting fucking roasted by EU friends all the time now, and it's getting it's escalating. All the online EU friends, I'm like, man, I'm just fucking ready to have because when Obama was in office, he was the most respected man in the world, literally. And EU friends didn't talk shit all the time about NA, and now it's just like non-stop shit talking NA everywhere you go on online forums, dude. It's triggering the hell out of me.
You know what?
Yeah,
fuck you.
Fuck you. That's what I'm saying.
Fuck you. They got bad
Croatian.
We're gonna bomb those motherfuckers.
We'll bomb their team straight. Fuck them.
Bomb Croatia? Wait a minute.
Hold on, hey.
I would just pound a beer, just USA.
Like that's what I like about America, though. That even though we might hate our government, like insane amount, we can always come and say that we love America.
Yeah,
and that's great. Yeah,
suck my dick, you fucking cum bastards.
That's
communism is non-negotiable.
Communism is non-negotiable.
I mean,
I played a lot of Fallout.
Objective: eliminate any and all Chinese communist threats. Liberty Prime is now online. Weapons high and ready to
I guess back to the Kamala thing though. I guess overall I don't hate her because like we established, her Senate record is pretty decent.
Yeah.
I like her better. I think she's more authentic than Buttigieg.
Most of her.
Obviously. And I think everyone was more authentic than Buttigieg, but
And she's not an actual Republican like Bloomberg, And I guess, ideologically, I guess I side more with Warren. Although I feel like Warren, I'm mad at Warren. I think she was just completely disingenuous with the sexist shit, that she tried to pull on Bernie. Anybody who thinks Bernie is
it's because I'm a woman. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, you said Trump was proactive.
And she refused to shake his hand a month after to still.
Yeah. And then made sure to yell at him on a hot mic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. I think that she will just go any way the wind blows. So I don't know. I don't hate Kamala. I mean, I thought it was a foregone conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
Death is preferable than communism.
Death is preferable than communism.
This is a good place.
Liberty Prime is my spirit animal.
Bro, Liberty Prime was just when he died at the end of Broken Steel. I was like, nah.
He came back in 4. He came back in 4 though.
He did come back in 4.
But either way, we gotta wrap. Yeah. We gotta wrap. We've been going for 2 hours 15 minutes. I thought this would be a short podcast. But I guess we had a lot of jibber jabbers. I like, this is a discussion based podcast. It's fun. But
I'll send you the DM for that stuff.
Yeah.
For the
Hold on. Before we sign off, can I tell my 4chan story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
It's
I don't know.
2 minutes. It's super short. It's not even about 4chan. But I'm sitting in class one day, just in physics or some shit. I don't even know. I'm bored out of my fucking mind. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to browse some 4chan. What the fuck ever. I'm on 4chan. I'm just chilling, going through a Reddit thread, going through one of the threads. and I come across a code, a game code for Destiny 2. Some guy just put it there. It's like, here's a code for Destiny 2. I was like, what? I copied it, dude. While I was in class, I pasted it. That shit worked. I got Destiny 2 free because of 4chan.
What?
Yeah, Destiny 2. For
4chan.
Does that
free
really happen?
Yeah, that really happened.
Bad place.
Jeez.
But is that like a regular thing there?
I don't know if
Yes,
it's regular,
they do
man.
this on the regular. They do this on the regular. They will just post random game codes and stuff like that. It's just what they do.
It wasn't like a thread opener. It was like inside of a different thread, and I just happened to see
people will just post codes. Seriously, like during humble bundles and stuff. Like people will just smatter codes all over V and VG. 4chan is unfortunately attracts a certain group of people to certain boards, which makes the entire site look
and now it's Omega AstroTurf too.
Yeah. After R the Donald got banned and a lot of other right wing subreddits, it got really bad. But hashtag not all 4chaners, dude.
Yeah, I was able to get Destiny 2 for free before Destiny 2 was free. So that was very cool.
Listen, some of my best friends are 4chaners, man. They're not all the
same. He's like, Trevor, I saw you shake your head when you said 4chan was a good place.
I'm myself, man. Sometimes I'm under myself, man. We're not all bad, bro. I promise.
You just can't judge all people by one, man.
Yeah. It's not all of us, man. I promise you. It's just the bad ones. It's just the bad ones, man. No excuse me while I go look at some halali porn.
Oh my god!
Wait a minute.
That's illegal.
Yeah, Monka TOS. All right, let's get wrap ups. Okay, Cheezer, what's your plug?
My plug, okay. Name's Cheezer100. Cheezer10,000 on Twitch. Cheezer100 on Twitter. I'm just starting to stream again. I've been trying to do some variety content. I got a cooking stream in the other day that was pretty fun, and I got some other things collaborative wise with everybody in here. It's been pretty fun. You can follow me at Cheezer10,000 on Twitch. And I'll be going live today, probably doing another cooking stream at around, I'd say 6 o'clock Central. Yeah.
Oh, bet, because I got work in like 20 minutes, and my lunch is at 6, so I'll watch that while I'm waiting.
Hey.
Courier, what's your plug?
Do you have a plug?
What? No. Oh, God. No, not yet. No, not yet. That's why
he doesn't have a plug yet.
I'm putting for JR.
Hey, no.
You can still plug your Twitch, even if you don't plan on like streaming.
Your Twitch or your Twitter or whatever, just your socials.
The socials. I mean, you can usually just find me either on Instagram or Twitter at Courier3.
Okay.
Just simple Courier3.
John, your plug.
All right. So you find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/double JR. You spell out double there, so it's double and then JR. Twitter. The real double JR. Discord you can find on my Twitch. You can also find my Twitter on my Twitch. Anyways, follow me everywhere. Join everything. I stream again.
Yay!
Alex, what's your plug?
Twitch.tv/omnidystrophic. I do pretty much variety games. Really don't do anything other than that. Just mostly been playing DCS lately, so I do a lot of flying and that and a little combat. So that's what I do.
Thank you. Shushi, what's your plug?
So I am twitch.tv/ShushyLives. That's SHUSHYLIVES. So it's Shushy Lives, although people, anytime I fucking, follow somebody or host somebody and I'm watching their stream, they're like, thank you, Shushy Lives. And I'm like, I don't know how to fix that.
It's Shushy. I thought it was Slushy for a second, actually. I thought it was Slushy.
Oh, man. Wait.
I have a terrible gamer tag, and I'm not going to change it. I don't know. It's already in process.
That's what I was like for a long time.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ShushyLives. I go by my real name on YouTube. It's Justin P. Drew, all one word.
Okay.
And I do YouTube content. So I mostly play Smash. I played Fall Guys yesterday. Every Sunday I like to play just a different game from my immense Nintendo Switch catalog. So tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'm going to be playing Layers of Fear Legacy, just because I've owned it. I've owned it for fucking 2 years, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to fucking play it. But yeah, so follow me, and I just try to be obnoxious and funny sometimes.
Can I add something to my plug, Trevor?
Yeah, of course.
If you need voice work done, please DM me on Twitter. Please, I need work. Please. That's basically it, though.
If you need voice work by me, DM me as well.
Yeah, I'll throw my hat in the ring. I'm not I obviously don't have a good voice.
I got a pretty good voice. I can do voices, man.
Okay, compared to Cheeser, though, it's a little.
Okay, look, just because he has a deep voice doesn't mean his voice is better necessarily for some roles than me. Okay, and also my voice could do like more ups and downs. So whatever, you know.
If you need somebody to play a small girl, then I will.
Yeah, we'll go to
the ring. Like if you need somebody to play a 12-year-old girl, that is.
If you need me to suck a dick.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
All right, Trevor, let's close out the stream.
Double JR on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You can find tasteful nudes of me on there.
You can find me at this channel if you're watching it here, or if you're watching on YouTube. Find me on Twitch.tv/Trevor Monreal. Find me on Twitter.com/Trevor Monreal. And if you want to be on the podcast, you're a small creator or just want to come on, join the Discord that's on my Twitch channel, Twitch.tv/Trevor Monreal, and you can click on the Discord, join it, and you can be on the podcast too. All right, and that's it. That's the wrap up. Bye.
Bye.
Do this.